Hi, I'm Stella. I would be happy to be here. I'm happy to be here to tell you a story from Journey to the West. Here's what we'll use. A lot of things to tell you this story, huh? But let's not talk about these things. They're very nasty. Right? So, let's get back to our center. Journey to the West is a famous story from China. It's very interesting. Also, I've been telling you in Chapter 5 yesterday. I'm going to tell you Chapter 6 today. In Chapter 6, Wukong goes into the bottom of the Eastern Sea. Let's talk now. Here. This is Gibbon. This is the Gibbon who was always talked to Sun Wukong. This is Sun Wukong. My toys aren't very beautiful, so they're very not like Sun Wukong or the Gibbon. They're not even like a monkey. But let's don't care about this. Let's just tell you. The Gibbon asked some questions. Look, they're talking to each other. See? They're talking to each other. What's wrong with our swords and spears? They asked the Gibbon. The Gibbon asked what's wrong with their swords and spears. They're fine for normal monkeys and apes. Wukong answered, they're fine for normal monkeys and apes. Why? Why can't he use any of it? Because he's not just a monkey. He's a spirit too. A powerful spirit too. Here, let's get back to our center. Let's just not talk about these things. But I am very powerful. I need a much heavier weapon. He also said this sentence. Well, he said he's very powerful. He needs a much heavier weapon. He thinks they're too light. Also, he get like this one. He does so like this one. If he waves it, well, it might break. Yeah, he tried many of those, and they all broke. Well, I think we shouldn't do that. All the weapons broke. So he needs a much heavier weapon. That won't break. So the Gibbon gives him something to tell him where can he find a weapon that was very useful to him. A dragon king lives in the bottom of the Eastern Sea. So the Gibbon says, Dragon King lives in the bottom of the Eastern Sea. And he also said, maybe he has a weapon you can use. So Wukong is excited. That's a good idea. Oh, said the monkey. I'll be back soon. So he jumped onto the edge of the water. Now, just on land, he said a quick spell so he could breathe underwater. Then he dived into the water. He swam down deeper and deeper. Soon he arrived at a palace. Let's pretend that this is a palace. I don't have any cups, but let's just pretend they have cups. Let's just pretend they have cups. The Dragon King and the Dragon Queen were sitting at the table, having tea. The Dragon King looked up when Wukong walked over. Who are you? He asked. I am Sun Wukong, king of the Fruit and Flower Mountain. I need a heavy weapon because I'm as strong as a god. I want one of yours. Well, I suppose I could find a weapon for you, said the Dragon King. Would you like some tea? Asked the Dragon Queen. No, thank you. I'm here just for weapon, not for tea. So then the Dragon King turned to a turtle soldier who was standing nearby. Find a heavy weapon for Sun Wukong. The turtle came back. Later. He was back very slow. He was slowly dragging a huge spear. He placed it down and then fell off, out of breath. Well, it seems this spear would be very heavy. I wonder, can Wukong pick it up? Wukong picked it up with no trouble at all. Wukong began stabbing at the air, pretending to fight. This spear is too light, said Wukong. Find me a better weapon, said Wukong. So he thinks the spear is too light. Why? It's very heavy. This monkey is rude, said the Dragon Queen. She whispered it to the Dragon King. Well, maybe she doesn't want to let Wukong know. She said he was rude. You're right, dear, whispered the Dragon King. Whispered back. Let's find him something quickly so he'll leave. A moment later, that turtle soldier again. He dragged an enormous sword into the hall. Yes, and then he fell off. He fell down, out of breath again. Well, it seems this is more heavier. Why? You could know it because the turtle soldier breathed heavily. Right, it's very heavy. So, Wukong picked it up with no trouble again. Then he swish, swoosh. Wukong began to swing the sword everywhere. Pretending to fight. Right, again. He was pretending to fight. Right, he loved to pretending to fight. Aren't he? This sword is too light. Find me something else. Find me something else. How? That sword is very heavy. How can you say it's too light? To me, it's light. Find me something else. Well, the sword broke the floor. Wukong shouldn't do that though, right? He's very rude. So, the Dragon King was angry. We don't have anything else, said the Dragon King. Wukong is more angry. He is more angry. He's more angrier now, from now on. I'm not leaving till I get what I want, he shouted. This is an outrage, said the Dragon King. The Dragon Queen whispered to him again. What about the magical iron bar in the treasury? I'm sure that's heavy enough. We can't give that to him. That's a treasure from heaven. Who cares? I just want this monkey out of my palace. The Dragon King sighed. Wukong, we might have something for you. We might have something heavy enough for you. Bring it here. We can't. It's too heavy enough for someone to lift it. Show me where it is. So the group went to the treasury. They went to the treasury. I'm sorry, but I'm just singing. Well, it's nice to talk when they're at treasury. Oh, they're at treasury. They're at the treasury. Treasury. The treasury. Well, it's just singing. I'm mumbling singing. Just so they say. This iron bar was used to measure the oceans and rivers. It's extremely heavy. It's a treasure from heaven. If you can pick it up, you can have it, said the Dragon King. Well, this is the Dragon Queen. I have an introduction to them. That's Wukong. You know, this is the Dragon King. Yeah. Well, you might don't know before, but now you know. So this is the end of the story. Let's just don't talk about this story again. Tomorrow I will tell you the next part of the journey to the west. This story. Today's story is end. I hope you have a good lesson when you saw this video. Okay. Bye-bye. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.